I'm Loren Lehman, and I have been a fisherman in Alaska for essentially all my life, and I've been a consulting engineer for more than 40 years. I also served in elected office in Alaska in the legislature and as lieutenant governor. I'm married, have one wife, 3 children, and 3 grandchildren.
Great, and thank you, Loren. And how did you discover Alaska Financial? And just please restate the question in your answer.
Well, I discovered Alaska Financial Company actually through Caleb Preston, who we met at a function in Anchorage. And then when we got together and visited about opportunities, I realized that his grandparents had invested in my campaigns probably in the early 90s. And that to me automatically made them very trustworthy, good people. And so I at least wanted to listen to what Caleb had to say. And when he presented the opportunity to us, we wanted to look at it and consider it very seriously.
Perfect, awesome. Then number 3, if you just want to elaborate a little bit on question 2 by discussing the reasons you decided to invest with Alaska Financial. And you can kind of finish it with what I like best about Alaska Financial Company is.
Okay. Well, when we looked at what Alaska Financial Company is doing with pooling trust deeds, we considered it as being something that could be part of our financial portfolio. We don't have an extraordinarily large one. I served too many years in elected office for that. But we want to make sure that what we have for our retirement funds is secure, but also is producing an ongoing regular return. And so as part of our portfolio, we want to look at it. It's essentially almost a fixed income return that was secure. And that's why we considered this. Now, I don't think that what Alaska Financial Company is doing is for everybody, and it certainly isn't for everything in a portfolio. I really believe that people ought to be looking at diversifying into a number of other things. But as a portion of a portfolio, it makes a lot of sense. And we can get a return of 7% or slightly higher on an ongoing basis at reasonably low risk based on the way that Alaska Financial Company invests. And what I like best about Alaska Financial Company is the people we're dealing with are right here in Alaska. We know them, we can go talk with them. All the investments are not necessarily in Alaska. They're in many places, but it also has advisors and investors who we really respect. These are people I've dealt with for several decades. I have a lot of confidence in them, and we just want to make sure if we're investing our money that it's protected. And the fact that we have other people doing the same thing, doing due diligence, makes a lot of sense to us.
Perfect, thank you, that's awesome. Okay, that's great, thank you. Very, very good. We're almost done here, sir. Appreciate it. Here's our last couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
So have you invested additional amounts since, and then why, which I'll ask you, and then just, you already kind of mentioned that part, and your answer's great. And anything else you feel like you'd want to say?
Okay.
We're almost done. Cool. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool. That was pretty quick, too. And you've been on camera, like, I've probably done this a few times.
The problem is that talk too much. I'm the engineer. You ask what time is it, and I tell you how to build the watch.
That's awesome. Do you want to wait for the car to go? Or we
Yeah.
They actually filmed it.
The tragic accident out here at Birchwood Airport 2 days ago with the helicopter. The pilot, 62 years old, been flying